Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Healing. And I know I haven't been with you guys for a while, but here we are today, and I'm going to focus again on the You Are a Healer series. As I've said before, this series will go as long as it needs to go. There's many things that we need to cover, and if you guys have been watching, we are going through the book You Can Heal Your Life from Louise Hay, and it's a very interesting book about different parts of your life and what emotion or restriction may be causing different problems going on in your body. I'm also going to be continuing on the other sections that we have, of course, and I will be doing more videos over time on different things. And again, this is a channel for you guys if you want to learn things about different parts of healing and all that sort of thing. Make comments and write, and I'll keep a big list of things and try to get through it over time for you all. So the first thing that I wanted to do is just read this little section at one part of the book. It's chapter 7, and it's just a little affirmation before we get started. We are going to be looking at, I've made a mark here, we're going to be looking at F, so we're going to be starting with the face and different sections, so we'll get through what we can. Remember that the most important thing is that you are a healer, so you are using infinite source energy to help facilitate healings not only in yourself, in other people, in animals, in plants, in everything. When you focus your intention on something healing, that's what makes it so. The energies around you, I prefer to work with the angels around you, will help facilitate the healing. So you are like a conduit of energy for this healing to occur. So please believe that you have the ability to do many, many things, and most importantly, you are a born healer. And the more people that are learning this and doing this, the nicer the world is going to become, and the healthier that we are all going to be, because we are believing in ourselves, we are putting the intention out there to heal, and it starts happening. So, as I said, as we begin, I will start on this chapter 7 here. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole and complete. I see any resistance patterns within me only as something else to release. They have no power over me. I am the power in my world. I flow with the changes taking place in my life as best I can. I approve of myself and the way I am changing. I am doing the best I can. Each day gets easier. I rejoice that I am in the rhythm and flow of my ever-changing life. Today is a wonderful day. I choose to make it so. All is well in my world. So that's where we're going to get started, and then I'm going to go through some of these. We'll see how much we get through. So we'll be talking about a blockage in your life, for example. It may not affect you, but maybe somebody that you know, and then an affirmation or a way to get past this blockage as we go along. So the first thing is your face, okay? And it represents what we are showing to the world. And so many people try to cover it up or try to hide their face, and think that there's something wrong with how they look, and you compare yourself to other people, or you feel that perhaps you were teased or something as a child, as I was always teased that I was ugly and all that sort of thing, and that always is in the back of my mind. And people give me a compliment and say, wow, you're really pretty or whatever. I go, oh, something in me goes, no, I'm not, because I was always told that I wasn't. I'm getting better now, and just accepting myself who I am. But I do know that there are little mental blocks that we give ourselves, especially when we feel we need to compare with, for example, celebrities or models, or even friends that we have who we feel are an ideal. And what might be helpful to you to know is that every single person around the globe has something that they wish that they could change perhaps about their face or their body or something. You know, so they are always fighting within. They're not perfectly happy with who they are. It's very rare to find that unless you've done a lot of work on yourself. And we're starting to get there now, doing this work on ourselves. So your face is always what you represent to the world. You know, if you wear makeup and that makes you feel more confident, don't worry about it. You know, put some makeup on if it makes you feel better. Some days I wear, you know, makeup. Sometimes you've seen videos where I'm wearing very, very little makeup. Just depends. And there was a stage where I wouldn't go anywhere without having it on. And now most of the time, if you were to just turn up at my house or something, for example, you'd see my hair all pulled up, you know, probably in my pajamas and no makeup on whatsoever. So your face is what represents what we are showing to the world. And what the new thought or new way of thought that you could bring in to help you feel better is, it's safe to be me and I express who I am. So it doesn't matter, you know, what anybody else looks like or thinks you look like. It's how you feel about yourself, and it's safe for you to be yourself and express who you are in whatever way that is, whatever makes you happy. But just try to only live up to your own sort of, you know, standards. Don't feel that you need to be something else. You know, that's changing who you are. Try to feel really comfortable in your skin. And you know, a lot of girls, especially I mention girls because I do know what we think, we always have trouble with that because we, as I was saying, feel that we are competing. A lot of guys also do this. They just may not show it in the same way, but they may feel inadequate in certain, you know, parts of their life, for example. And you know, and some men do try to be or look like something that they feel is the ideal attractiveness. So instead of thinking about attractiveness, just try to think more about acceptance of the self, of who you are, and your inner beauty and your inner light will radiate out. It won't matter what you think, you know, just let this beauty of who you really are shine through. Okay, another, because we're going through the alphabet here, obviously, with this book, so the next little one here is fainting. So some people do have episodes of fainting. And again, it is fear and not being able to cope. And so they just black out, or, you know, unconsciously or subconsciously, they are, it is their way out of things, you know, thinking that I can't possibly move forward, so I'm just going to black out. And the way to get through that is to continually tell yourself, I have the power and strength and knowledge to handle everything in my life. So you need to feel more empowered within so that you have the strength to get through the day. Now, obviously, fainting spells, you know, if you're having them quite regularly, then, you know, need to get this checked out, you know, neurologically speaking. If, you know, it's not normal for people to just faint. But if you, for example, are about to speak in public and then suddenly you faint, obviously you're that afraid that you have created a way out of that situation, and that is to faint. And so, you know, that comes across in different ways in our life. You know, other people might bite their nails or something as a way of, you know, getting out of something, or being sick. You know, how many times we were sick at school when we weren't really sick, and it's because we had something that we didn't want to do. So just continue to tell yourself that you have the power and the strength and knowledge, you know, you are smarter than you think you are, to handle everything and anything. You've given yourself this life path for a reason. And so part of you knew, you know, when you're on the other side and you were working out what you were going to do in this life, you knew you could get through it. So have faith in yourself for that to happen. By the way, if you guys can hear a noise, it's like 40 degrees in here today, so I've got a little air conditioner on. I hope it's not too loud. Okay, the other thing is fat, or being overweight, and it represents protection and oversensitivity. So you insulate yourself, you know, you're absorbing a lot of people's emotions all the time. And I have trouble with weight in my life, and when I am overweight, which I have been. I've been working on it now, but I've been overweight no matter what I've been eating, no matter what I've been doing. And it's because I have absorbed, you know, emotions. I've taken on responsibilities where I didn't need to. I haven't delegated properly, all these sorts of things. And I've become so sensitive that I've built up this insulation around myself, you know, and it's a layer of fat. But what it actually is your protection. So for some reason you feel like you're going to be hurt, and so we build up this thing, and then of course we look at it in the mirror and go, oh my God, you know, I've got to do something about this. And again, there's another stress, you know, another responsibility that you feel that you have to do. So one thing that you could say to yourself, and what is mentioned here, is I'm protected by divine love. I'm always safe and secure. So you don't have to feel like you're protecting yourself at all. You just have to believe that you already are protected, and that you don't have to be the one that takes on everybody's problems. Even though it may be thrown at you, you know, you learn to ask for protection, put up this wall around you that is a shield of light that deflects this negativity. And also releasing, you know, your need for this extra protection that you have around you, you know, this extra wall that you've built around your stomach especially, you know, because stomach and your heart go together. So if you've got this wall of, you know, fat around your stomach, then you're building up a wall of fat around your heart as well. That is what I've always been taught. So be careful of that. Start to release that need for this extra layer of protection. One little joke that I always say is that my body's getting ready for a famine, so I've got this extra weight around me. So when you release all these things, your eating habits start to change. You may be inspired to go walking for the day or something. And what always worked for me with losing weight and, you know, losing the layer of fat is small portions often. So, you know, tell yourself, I'm full just after a handful. You know, I'm full, I don't need any more. And also drinking water before you eat. Sometimes we think that we are hungry, but we're actually thirsty. So if you try to do that, that'll actually fill you up quicker as well. So think small, small, small. Think that you are already in this process of shedding away that unnecessary weight, and that you can do it. You know, it's safe for you to do it, and you can do this. Okay, the next thing is fatigue, and this often goes along with being fat. You feel tired all the time, which means you've got no energy to exercise. This all you know, ties in. So what you may be doing is resisting, and you're feeling bored, lack of love for what you're doing. And then, you know, of course, when you're resisting and bored, then you're in a lower energy field, and you couldn't possibly think of exercising or anything like that. So what you need to say to yourself to change this thought process is, I'm enthusiastic about life, and I'm filled with energy and enthusiasm all the time. So you are enthusiastic, you're filled with energy. You know, start the morning by saying, instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so tired, say, wow, I am feeling energized, even if it is not true yet. You know, you've just woken up. But start saying to yourself, I am energized. Today is my day to get going. Today, you know, everything will, you know, be full of energy and run fine. You can ask different angels of energy to help you to do this, if that's what you believe in. And also ascended masters, like one, for example, is Apollo. You know, and he can help you to get in the right physical fitness, or feel like it's something that you can keep up for the rest of your life. You don't want it to be a program that you're on for a little while and then give up because you're bored again, or feel fatigued or tired, all that sort of thing. So yeah, feel enthusiastic about life. Put a sticker on your mirror, the first mirror that you're going to see in the morning, saying, I am full of energy. And you know, what you're thinking about, you're bringing about into your body. Okay, and the next one is your feet. So people that have got problem with their feet, and your feet represent understanding of yourself, of your life, of others. It's a funny thing, but that's what it is. And you know, also when you have a headache, funnily enough, look at your feet. You might be wearing the wrong shoes or something, and then you develop this headache and you go, I've got a headache. It's actually your feet that are in pain. These two areas go together. Okay, so what you should then focus on is saying, my understanding is clear and I'm willing to change with the times. I am safe. So some people might be, like it's suggesting here that some people are stuck in the old ways, so their feet are almost like stuck in mud and can't see a way forward. So now you say that you are willing to move forward. Another thing you could say is, I have the ability to move forward. I'm able to do that, you know, so you're telling yourself all the time. This is how we are healing ourselves, is by changing the current thoughts that we have. And you may not even realize that you are doing it, like, because you've done it for so long, or, you know, for example, like, you may not realize how many different things that are restricting you from actually having the life that you want and looking the way that you want and feeling healed all throughout your body. And if you are a healer already and, you know, you've got problems going on inside of you, you could unwittingly be putting those problems onto someone else, and then, you know, you're picking up these problems and you're going, oh, you know, you've got an issue with your back or something, but it's really you that's got the issue with your back. Sometimes the things that are going on with you are mirrored in your clients or the people that you know. So just be aware that as healers, you need to work on yourself most importantly, as well as then you are able to help others. So while you're helping others, you're helping yourself, but you must need to, you know, you look at yourself and see the areas in your life where, you know, you still are holding on to, perhaps in secret, you know, in secret where no one knows about, and the thoughts that you've got going on. Perhaps you are still doing these little things that have been self-sabotaging to you. So these are the things that we're all bringing out into the surface. So I hope that you know, has helped somebody out there today. As I said, we are going to continue going through the book, and it will take as long as it takes. But what I thought I would do at the very end here is I'm just going to close my eyes, and I'm going to focus on healing going out, Reiki energy, which is universal energy going out to anyone who may need it. This may take a minute or two, and all you need to do is be willing to accept healing. You put up a wall of protection around yourself, of course, so only the things that you are accepting of will come towards you. So my intention is to send healing energy out to the whole body, and you know, I imagine a figure of a body, doesn't matter who it is or what it is, and that circulating life and light around it. So if you have some sort of issue and you would like to sense a healing or feel a healing, I'm told that it doesn't matter how you do it or when you're hearing this or whenever, you can come back to it as many times as you like, that the healing will come to you, because it is your intention of that happening, and it's my intention of helping that happen for you. So whilst you are receiving healing, you are actually healing yourself anyway, because you are asking for this and it's taking place. So I just close my eyes. I may put on a little bit of music as I do this, so that you can focus also, and just, as I said, ask your protection to be there, your guardian angels, so nothing bad can come your way. It would be bad for someone to send you bad energy anyway, because it is always going to be brought back to the person. So it's always brought back to the source. So my intention is to have healing for myself and also for you. And as we are healing ourselves, we are healing the world. That is so very, very important. Okay, so I'll just close my eyes now and focus on this energy. And if you like, you can just sit where you are, perhaps just put the headphones on or something, or even lie down if you feel comfortable. And we're just going to be in quiet except for the music as this energy comes out towards you. Okay, so I'll just close my eyes now. Okay everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that and you could feel the energy. I was just imagining a rush of golden white light just heading out and spreading out like fingers across the universe. So I hope that you could feel that. I can certainly feel a difference going on inside of my body. So it is working, everybody. Okay, so until the next video, don't forget you can make suggestions and video, and I have got a big list of things that I want to get through, so I'll just add them all in there so I can get through it all for you guys. Thank you very, very much for listening, and until the next video, it's goodbye from me.